the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version 993. What's going on? My name is Sid and welcome back to a channel who was planning to just make a video on this car on its own. Instead, Ivory Tower decided they're adding 2 more cars, so if you want to watch videos on the Land Rover Defender and the Jeep Moab, go ahead, check out the channel, subscribe while you're there, turn notifications on. Those videos are already out, and this one's out, should be a while after that. But not only am I uploading those 3 videos today, but there's also going to be a stream later today. Check that out, stay subscribed, be the first one to the stream. But right now, we're checking out the Porsche 911 GT1. It was rumored, not rumored. They put a post on Instagram about it the other day, and it was quite instantly realized that, okay, it's this car. It didn't take too long for people to realize it was the GT1, but now it's in the game after being posted on their Instagram. And what better to do than just to go in and use it and check the thing out. But of course, before we do, always remember the link is in the description to the Animosity Podcast, the Discord server. I enjoy making the podcast, love it every single Monday, and the Discord server, I love talking to my community. You know, it's so much fun. Check out both of them, subscribe to the podcast, check out the Discord server, links are in the description. Let's go into the video. And speak of the devil, we're looking right at him, the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version 993. This is quite the car, and I've lost it. 839,999. Now do remember that I do have a season pass, meaning that every single value of the car is taken a quarter off. Same for the crew credit value, it's a quarter off if you have the season pass, which saves you a lot of money. If you don't have the season pass and you're buying cars and getting crew credits, invest in the season pass. But here it is. Now this one isn't part of a bundle, so we can actually, you know, customize the rims or the that stuff. The rims are the color here. Speaking of, they've got blue, red, gray, I guess silver and yellow. Could stay white, or I'm thinking silver. We'll go white for now. And there's only one set of rims. Okay, 800k, of course that isn't too much on my 26.3 mil I have anyway, so let's check this thing out now. We'll take it for a little test drive as we always do. And to be honest, it looks cooler than I thought. From the back at least, it looks very cool, I can't lie. It definitely has that like old classic car vibe, obviously, because it's like 1997 or something like that, maybe even older. You don't really notice it when you're in the actual car, not as much I think. I mean, if I compare it to the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, I'd say that this looks like a newer interior than that, which it very well could be. I would assume maybe it is. These are all unsubstantiated claims I am making here, but I'd say this thing is quite sick. I'd say it looks a bit long, but I assume that's maybe the field of view of the crew. But it's definitely a cool looking car. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. And it seems to handle, I don't know what that was. I was using my camera really weird. But it seems to handle quite nicely. I don't feel it being too bad. But oh, yeah, there you go. Until there's pro settings for it, we're not really going to know if it's this insane car. Like, the acceleration just doesn't look there. Like, especially compared to something like the Magma. Like, it's definitely not the most likely thing that it's going to be insanely overpowered. But I guess we'll just have to see. And as we're seeing that, why don't we hop in and see what kind of customizations we're looking at. Into vehicle, into customization. And here we are. Right. Visual parts. Now, I already know, and I've braced myself. Absolutely no visual customization except for the rims. What? Visual customization? Okay. Not too bad. The hoods look decent. I like the way all the hoods look. What about this? What about the front? Can I actually change it to a... Oh! I can change it to a very decent degree. I mean, that's definitely... Oh, I've already looked through all of them. That's definitely better than I expected. You know what? I'll go with that. We can carbon fiber that. You know what? Well, oh, what happened there? Well, how much more can we carbon fiber? Ooh! Okay, you know what? I was disappointed by the fact that the Moab and they didn't have customization. And I assumed because this is a GT1 car, and you know, it's not like why is that so red? What? Because it's a GT1 car, I expected absolutely no customization, but Ivory Tower, I am impressed. We actually have customization, and the rear wing's gone on there. Now, what are we looking at the back? Can we change the exhaust? Can we change anything? Oh, I was gonna say why is that? Jesus. Okay. Does it change again, or are those the two? I'm definitely putting this exhaust. Yo, we're carbon fibering this whole thing. This whole thing has just been littered with carbon fiber. Oh, it looks like someone on the livery making thing seemed to have the same idea that I did. Oh, what have I just spotted? Has someone made a P-Tech Green Flash Edition version? Okay. Ooh, this seems like a decent one, but I'm looking for something a bit more, you know, something with a bit more a livery with a bit more chutzpah. And a hot pink one isn't the kind of chutzpah I'm talking about. Probably gonna have to just make it a solid color, cause what? Like why? Like why? Why make a livery like that? Why? I mean, this one's kind of cool because it's gold, so I could put gold vanities, but I need the carbon fiber. A shield livery on a basic car, okay. This one isn't decent because it's got the little top there. I mean, it's okay. You know what? We'll just go with exclusive, and we're gonna go into vintage. That doesn't really work. The rust does not work on white. But what else are we looking at here? Some pretty okay liveries. I'm thinking something basic like that. You know what? Let me try. Let me put on silver, because I feel like silver looks a tad bit better. Doesn't help that one at all, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, you know what? It's a GT1 car, so stripes and code makes a fair bit of sense. And out of these, I'm feeling the very end one. There you go. You know, that looks like a race car. To me, that looks like a race car. Do we go back to the white? Or do we keep it silver? I think we'll keep it silver. And then vanity time. Okay. We will go with, once I get to it, the yellow neons. I'll put on the yellow low polys, but I think the yellow lightning will be better realistically. Where is the... Where? There it is. Okay, why is it hiding there? Boost-wise, we'll go with the yellow stars. Then underglow. Now, yellow is the one color that I really lack in underglow ability, but we'll go with this. Why not? And then... No, here we go. Put the horn I put on all my cars. And... no, but there we go. That is the Porsche 911 GT1. Why is it? I'm proud. You know what? I'm proud to play the crew. Because today, the crew is actually giving us a car with customization that actually looks decent. I don't get why it's in hypercar though. Realistically, this thing really should be in touring car. Realistically. I wouldn't say it makes whole heaps of sense that it's in hypercar, but we'll put some parts on it, throw it into an event. And there we go. Now, this thing does have parts on it. We're not going to put any pro settings on it just yet. We'll see how it handles on the base level, but we'll put it into a hypercar event right now. Which one should we go? Go on, White Rock Hills. Why not? We'll go White Rock Hills. Oh, and it's snowing. Okay. Well, that's always fun. I love how every time I start recording for a car, it just always decides to snow just then. Isn't that so helpful? Isn't that just so helpful? Just destroying any chance of, you know, really getting a gauge on, whoa, whether this thing is competitive when it comes to, you know, times, like record time. Because I'd say, depending on the track, the snow can lower the speed of your run by anywhere from like a second and a half to like 10 seconds, depending on how long the race is. Whoa, this thing is fast. Now, I realized that when I was talking about this thing before, I was talking about it not maxed out, and it seems way better than it is not maxed out. Pro settings will have to be the final decision, but at the moment, whether it's going to be better than the Lavoitia Noir and the Magma, I don't know. It's definitely a chance, because like I've always said, the crew isn't the best at balancing their newer cars. Often they end up making their newer cars insanely overpowered. So whether this is going to follow in all of those cars' footsteps, it's definitely likely. Whether this should have been in touring car? Yes. But to be fair, because it's not in touring car, actually, yeah, because this thing isn't in touring car, it means it actually has any amount of customization. So you know what? I am happy that this thing isn't in touring car, because the problem with touring car is that there's no customization. In hypercar, there actually is customization. So I feel like that whole debacle of why they keep putting cars like this in to this spec, I think that solves it. We actually have, you know, customizable cars. Ain't that the best? I'd say that's a win. I would say that cars that should realistically be in touring car, being in hypercar instead, is a win. I'd say that's a win. And it took me a while to realize it, but you know what? I think I realized it. And I realized that the snow is still insanely annoying. I mean, not that I'd ever forgotten that fact, but that turn would have easily been made in the Magma. It's gonna be interesting to see, I'll say the least. Because it clearly handles well. It's just whether it handles well enough to be better than the Magma or Voiture. What? That is something I highly doubt is the case. But you know what? I'd say it's decent. I'd say for an added car, even though I'm going really wide, for an added car, it's gonna be irrelevant within 3 days of it being out. Anyone who bought it has bought it. Anyone who might buy it will just buy it eventually, and they're not really, you know, super hyped for this thing. But I'd say it's See, that's always the question. Is, do these cars that realistically mean nothing mean anything? And I guess it's always good that they're adding new cars. But then there's always the interior looks nice. But then, yeah, there's always a thing of, you know, unless there was a new game or unless you're a new player to the game, the new cars don't mean too much other than just other things that you buy. But hey, that will never take away from the fact that Ivory Tower is getting the car licenses, they're getting them, putting them in the game, and I'm proud enough of that. You know what, Ivory Tower? You've made me proud. And just on that statement, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, because I enjoyed making it. Do remember to check out the podcast and the Discord server. That's about it from me. In a bit.